are at Gen Con 2019 at the Op booth. It's so good to see you. So we're showing you about a lot of cool games we have going on. We've got all kinds of fun stuff. We're celebrating our 25 years here at and making games. We've come a long way from making La Jolla Edition Monopoly, and now we're doing all kinds of great stuff. The show here at Gen Con with 137 for Gen Con 2019, it's been crazy. We've had our Die Hard activation going on. John McClane's had a whole vault. You gotta break into it and unlock. You can get a really cool Die Hard Crunch Bar. All right, look at that. It's pretty neat. Can you crack the vault code? Woo! So yeah, that going on too. It's very neat. Along with that, we're showing off all kinds of cool games. So our Die Hard game was one of our first ones there, right? So it's Die Hard, the Nakatomi Heist Board Game. So in this game, it's a one versus all game where you're playing as John McClane versus the thieves. Fletch actually made the game. Hey, it's Fletch. There we go.
Marino.
And Pat Marino.
Pat Marino.
And Pat Marino. And Fletch. It's great. What a good team. They are a pair of excellent board game designers. Are they excellent thieves? Let's find out. In this game, so you're playing as 3 different acts. So John McClane is playing through. It's very cinematic. You are trying to capture a machine gun, get some shoes, make sure you can take it to thieves, all while staying alive through each act. And then the thieves are trying to take out John McClane while also trying to unlock the vault. So they've got a different game cards they're playing down, and in those cards it has moves they can do like move, shoot, charge, and so on. But also it has numbers up top, and those numbers are what they use to solve the vault code. So while that's being activated and going that way, John's trying to take them out, but also survive. And so if they can kill John, John's got 5 hit points. When he goes down to 5 or down to 1, he takes more damage and discards cards. Those cards are the cards he has through the entire game. So he's got to make sure that he can survive while taking care of the different goals that he has to achieve. And then in Act 2, so Act 1, the board starts out like this. Act 2, the board flips over. Act 3, then flips over again. So you've got the really cool full display board piece there rocking out. Awesome art, it's fantastic stuff. It's really thematic, and at the very end, you get to floor 30, and there is Hans, and you've got to go fight Hans, and there is possibly a window that you can shove him out of and do whatever, and then, and that's Die Hard the board game. It is currently out in the game stores right now and debuting here at Gen Con. It is $40. It's super fun. Check it out. Our next game that has sold out here at the show is Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle Defense Against the Dark Arts. So in this game, you're playing as students in a Hogwarts setting, and they're in a dueling club style. So you can be Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, and you're using the deck building engine we have for Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. You're going to be building cards into your deck. You have items, allies, spells, all kinds of cool stuff. You're building into your deck to fight against the other student. You're working to push them off the zone, right, off the table. And so there's 3 different rounds. And once you win all 3, the game is over. In the game as well, you are getting faction cards, so you can get Gryffindor heroes or Hufflepuff allies or Slytherin spells, all kinds of cool things. And if you are that faction, you get bonus points, which is pretty neat. We've also added in hexes. So there's hexes you can use to put in other players' decks. It gives them negatives, losing turns, losing cards, all kinds of cool stuff. You can also discard cards and mill your deck this time, so you can kind of make sure and kind of trim your deck you want to have for your game. Plays in like 20-30 minutes, just super fun. You get a quick, cool deck building duel based game. The game is $25 and available in stores now. Super fun. Another fun one that we've announced earlier, we have kind of previewed, we'll have out available later, is going to be Munchkin Disney DuckTales. Woo! So in this game, you are playing as Huey, Dewey, Louie, Scrooge McDuck, Launchpad McQuack, and Webby, and you're going to be solving mysteries, rewriting history. You're going to be playing Munchkin. So in the game, you're going to be getting items and fighting against other characters, trying to get to level 10. So in that, you're going to be getting cool items, getting cool harps, getting all kinds of cool money stuff, and you want to use that, all using all classic DuckTales art and style. We are so happy to be able to kind of play around in that world and really kind of shove all that in a fun way to have a Munchkin Disney DuckTales experience. That'll be available in the fall. Along with that, we've also previewed our new Geek Out Disney game. And so with this game, it is going to be available in the fall. It's our partnership with Ultra Pro, designed by Elisa Teague. So in this game, it's a party trivia game. So you need to be like, hey, you get a card and it'll say name 2 dwarves or name 2 songs from Aladdin. And you go, I could name 2 songs. And I'm like, well, I could name 3. And someone's like, I could name 4. So it's trying to quiz who can name the most stuff full per the question. And then once you can, you got to name it off. If you can name it, great, and you get a point. First person to 5 points wins the game. There's 750 questions in here, packed full of stuff for actors, for movies, for characters, songs, all kind of cool stuff. And so it'll be coming out in the fall. We're really excited for this game, Disney Geek Out. Along with that, we've also previewed our new Toy Story Obstacles and Adventures game. So we're running demos for it here at the booth. And so in our Toy Story Obstacles and Adventures game, it's another cooperative deck building game, and it's one of the first hobby games for Disney Pixar's Toy Story. So you're going to be playing as Woody, Buzz, Jessie, Bo Peep, and Rex as you're going through each of the movies. As for our deck building games, it adds each game as you're going along. So it has the 4 animated full-length feature films and 2 of the animated shorts. So as you play through each one, the toys don't fight, but they do work together to go over different obstacles. So in the first one, they're working together against Sid, as Sid is trying to capture them and go forth. And so you're going to use all your different cooperative building cards and puzzle solving skills to make sure that you can defeat Sid and still make it to the next game. And as you're going through each game, you're going to, in game 2, Jessie joins you, and then you're going to fight against Sneaky Pete and make sure you can go there. I don't want to spoil too much because half the fun in this game is finding out what characters you're going to encounter as you go along. We are very excited for this kind of like intro into deck building game, but at the same time it adds a lot of extra hobby power and really kind of has a good game to it. It's be coming out later in the fall as well. Then we also announced and previewed our new Harry Potter Death Eaters Rising game. I know we have so many games to show off here at Gen Con, right? Woo! So in Harry Potter Death Eaters Rising, you are playing as characters in the wizarding world, and you're going to be fighting against Voldemort as he uses his Death Eaters to corrupt locations and use all kinds of spells and evilness to destroy you. And in this game, you are getting more characters, getting more allies, getting all kinds of items, and you're going to use those to defeat against Voldemort. You can attack him as well. So in our Rising games, it's a dice cooperative engine building game. So you're going to be getting more characters so you can get more dice and use those to defeat. But at the same time, Voldemort and his Death Eaters are going to be attacking you, and you've got to rush before the game ends. In this game, you can also attack Voldemort, which is kind of a new mechanic. In Dennis Rising, you couldn't do that. So we're excited to add that in there. It'll be available in the fall as well. But wait, there's more. If we go over to here, right here, we're going to have this cool look at Talisman Kingdom Hearts. Sorry guys, really quick here. So in this game you are playing, we have partnered up with Games Workshop for 2 awesome Talisman games. We have Talisman Kingdom Hearts and Talisman Batman Super Villains Edition. So in our Kingdom Hearts version, it takes you to the first story of Kingdom Hearts, and you're playing with all kinds of cool characters from Sora to King Mickey, Donald and Goofy, and all the great ones you know. That's why it's a roll and move adventure game. So in the game you're going to be rolling and moving and going on all different kinds of characters, from the Disney Castle to the Gummy Path, Battle with Thousand Heartless, and you're going to be trying to raise up your skills in either strength or magic. And as you get more abilities and raise up your strength, you can battle more things to be able to finally close the door to darkness. What's kind of fun in this game though, in a lot of Talisman games, sometimes there's a PvP aspect to it, but really fun in this one, if you're on the same space, instead of fighting each other, you would then fight Heartless, because it's very Kingdom Hearts thematic. So you want to kind of make sure people are definitely in the world as much as possible, and this allows them to kind of work together. Even though only one person can win, you definitely are going to be fighting against the Heartless as you work together through the different rings of the board, doing all kinds of stuff. The game is all custom illustrated, so it's all brand new art, brand new styles, and all brand new custom miniatures too. This is the first game in the Kingdom Hearts world. We are very excited for it, and as you're going along, there's all kinds of cool side quests you can do, like getting more Dalmatians, getting more items, doing more things to defeat to the end. So it's coming out later in the fall. It's going to be $70, which is going to be super cool, and we're excited for that game to come to life. But wait, there's more. We're going to travel across to the other one. We got all these great things right here. As we're going to, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's Court of the Dead Mourner's Call. I'm going to go in front now. Here we go. And so Court of the Dead Mourner's Call, it's a game we had on Kickstarter later last year. It funded, and now it is shipping to backers this month. So in Court of the Dead Mourner's Call, it's its own IP from Sideshow Collectibles. And in this world, it's a grim, dark kind of boutique horror where heaven and hell have been battling it out in an endless war, and they made Death as a character to help kind of broker and feed all the Etheria, which is their soul energy to fuel their war. He was tired of the war, and so he now has made a whole court of the underworld. And in these characters, they use different factions of bone, flesh, and spirit to raise up an army and eventually take over and defeat heaven and hell. So you are one of those mourners, and you are hiring different agents from those guilds to go around in this area control board game. It's also a card drafting game because you're going to be getting different characters each turn and using those cards' abilities to do all kinds of cool stuff. It's all illustrated art from Sideshow Collectibles for their World of Court of the Dead. It was also just announced for an animated series, so that's pretty cool too. And in this game, it's going to be, backers are going to be getting it later in August, and then the retail version will be coming later in the fall. We have some other cool games too if you want to travel and turn around the corner really quick here. Oh my gosh, they're returning now. Look at this, Astro Trash, super fun. It's one of our great party games here at Gen Con. It actually sold out. How crazy is that? But along with that, what you're doing in this game is you are working to clear all the garbage off your planet. So you have these dice right here, and this planet, this dice has a numbers on it, 1, 2, and 3. This one has direction, L, right, and sun in question mark, and this one has all the different garbage pieces you can. So you're going to be rolling and trying to get all the little things off the board as fast as you can. Oh my gosh, fish, oh, it goes there. I'm trying to get all, I don't have any blue. Oh no, I've got purple fish, I don't have any of that. So you're racing and trying to get all the other pieces. One, I can't count. So you're trying to race and rush to get all your pieces of trash off your board and onto other players' planets. First person to clear their board brings the game. Yeah, so along with that, you have a lot of really cool stuff going on here at Gen Con. We're showing off lots of fun games. We've had a wonderful time here. We are excited for all the new stuff coming out, and be sure to stay tuned. If you want to follow for more of our games, be sure to go to theop.games for our website. Check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all of the Op or USAopoly. Find us on Twitter and keep playing games. Thanks so much.